Hey everyone, DW here, and welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Okay, so I've been thinking about the Brest situation. How exactly the best way will be to approach it, try and take that city. If I can do that sooner rather than later, I can start drawing out taking down Germans. Now, I can move most of the fighters from that, whatever the city is, it's the farthest left one in England. I can move most of the fighters, I think, and the flak out of there and drop them off with the invasion force. And it'll take a couple turns to get our actual fighter cover up. Once we do, it should be pretty much unassailable. But it's not going to take care of all of our problems. I think I might want to get some artillery. I don't really want to take these guys. I'm not sure, though. He's got a lot of panzers. Like, a lot of them. And this is quite a few guys. With proper bomber support, we could repel a lot. But if he throws them all at me at once, then I'm in a really rough place. Now, I'm hoping they're kind of divided, and if they are... And let's see. So he has 53 3Gs, 15 3Es. Didn't he have more 3Gs before? I haven't destroyed any. I wonder what happened. So that's... what, 68 tanks total? If they come at us here in smaller numbers, even if it's a dozen at a time, we can handle that. If it's more, then I'm not so sure. Okay, so our Lancasters... Well, I guess let's do this first. I'm going to try to take this city this turn. You guys can move up here. Okay, he doesn't have that many defenders in here. Okay, I'm gonna move the rest of them. Lancasters can finish off what's here. Stop hitting the citizens and take out the soldiers. My goodness, Lancasters are annoying sometimes. That can hardly be blamed on the Lancasters. Okay. Now, I'm just going to try to consolidate all of them, basically, right up here. Yeah, you can come up here, too. Let me go ahead and grab the others from Hong Kong. I think I might lend them to Guam's aid, actually. See, how many do we have here? Just a handful. And then the ones from here. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. It's one more island taken. So I'm going to take the Lancasters from here and move them there. They're going to support Guam a bit. Okay, and until I know what else is going to happen here, you guys just stay where you are. Oh, right, I just moved him here. Blenheims can fly pretty far. Okay, yeah, I have no reason not. Except that. I have 2 C2s. Might as well bombard. Come on! Alright, is that all of his Bismarcks? Okay, he has 2 Type 7s and a Type 9 on the field. Yes, though, that was all of his Bismarcks. Dang it, these fighters are back up. I thought we got all of them. Let's just bombard this city with everything we got. Try to take out a barracks. Make sure that his guys can't re-heal in there. Oh, he still has another one. So he has multiple panzers guarding it. Which is definitely an interesting choice. Yeah, Sydney still has some work to do, and this one is producing a lot, so I should keep doing this. So I think that is every square that can be improved for Lucknow. Delhi's already being worked on. Yeah, you should come out here. Because when I give these back, these cities, I'm gonna want more effective roads so I can go around them for when we wage war on Russia. So I'm going to send my spare workers over here, and we're going to try to like put a road around each city, that way I can run up a coast past them. Also, I should probably put a handful of Spitfires in here, just in case the Russians try something. I'm going to send them over here as well. So it can probably, I think it's only going to be able to grow one more time. Yeah, some of these people working Well, no, I think actually that's about as worked as it'll get. So, I can go ahead and put mines down on what is here. Someone might be able to put a road on that eventually, but for the moment, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to try to run a road out there, just for convenience sake. As far as the cities I plan to give back versus keep, I'm going to keep, I think, everything from here on up. So all of Korea and Manchuria, much of which was a part of China that broke off before the war actually began. I'm going to keep a hold of that. Korea was not. Korea was its own independent thing, but Japan conquered them. Awesome. Well, I might as well put a couple of mines down. I don't know that it'll ever work them, but I can put a couple down. Yeah, we're just going to send all of our ground units that we're getting around here straight up there to Kirkuk. I'm so glad that parts of South Africa are now actually producing. In fact, these two are even getting close to it. Once we finish the manufacturing plants and whatnot, everything moves a lot faster. Is that regular? You don't even have a barracks yet. Shameful. This is 6. Alright, well, since the Bismarck is gone, the one that was out there in the Atlantic, I'm going to send this transport out. Yeah, you're going to come out here. Those units will be helpful. Probably not with our attack on Brest, because if I have my way, we'll have already taken it by then. But with the added defensive bonus. Okay, so the Type 9 is alive. Like, it's been produced, but it's not out here yet. I could use my artillery, but this guy's still in bed. Might as well try again. There we go. I wonder how it decides which units move before and after the auto move. Like this. See, what is it that... Because this doesn't happen at the very end of the turn every time. Or does it? And then the units that I'm moving afterwards are either ones that I waited, somehow skipped over, or that have finished their auto movements and still have movement left. I think it's probably that. Also, Dodama up there, I think it has potential to actually produce something. It just needs some work on the surrounding land. I should probably have it build a worker, and then continue on with its actual helpful city improvements. Awesome. Actual workers finally there. I think that's our last Anzac. Why? Was he out of movement? Yeah, build a worker. Because you can produce, you just don't have the food yet. But if I irrigate all of this surrounding plains, that's quite a bit of population. I'm gonna go ahead, hurry up barracks here. That's already been hurried. I wonder... I'm gonna move my Blackburns. I don't know if they can reach Brest from Plymouth. There we go. We'll find out, though. Now we should have established some aerial superiority as well, so he shouldn't be able to get more people in there. Okay, yeah, London has a bunch of extra Spitfires. I can put some of them in there. Only 2 flak. I'm going to take one of each of theirs, because they have a lot of fighter cover. These guys are going to go over here. I'm going to leave the artillery over here. They help me deal with panzers. That's a big deal. Yeah, I would like to have someone build flak and someone build infantry, but I just don't have the workers for, or the people for it. Alright, you can go save Dublin next turn. I think there is pollution around Canada, and I just haven't had the opportunity to get rid of it yet. Four turns. This one should have someone improving its surroundings. It's a good city. I have just been not really paying attention to it. Can it build an offshore platform? Nope. Oh, because it can't build a harbor. That's right. Okay, what else do I need to move here? I guess I'll give it a turn. Everyone will get all healed up and everything, and then I'll see where we stand. It's going to take a bit anyway. There's 2 squares to move. We can't attack it in one turn, so there's no point in rushing things. Stupid communist China. And now I can actually see what's going on for the most part over here. Oh, they have special fortresses. That does make them a little harder to attack. Man, that is so many Soviet tanks. If you notice, a lot of them have been in fights, too. Most of these are elites. Which means these are, or not most, a lot of them are elites. These are veterans of the Communist Chinese War. Okay, Russian infantry are 6-9. Communist infantry are 4-8. Chinese infantry are 2-7. Okay, so Chinese infantry are worse. Persian infantry are 5-8, which is, I think, is pretty close to standard. Hold on. Thailand infantry 3-8. Okay. So the Chinese infantry are the worst. Russians are better than the Persians, the Thais, the Communists, and the Chinese. Otherwise, theirs is awful. I think regular infantry 6-8. So they're marginally better than that, too. So of any major nation, well, they are better than Italian infantry, too. Not mountain infantry, but regular infantry. So they're better than Italy's, but they have worse infantry than France, Germany, us, America, or Belgium, and Japan. Fortunately, Japan doesn't have anything like those mountain infantry. Their guys, I think, are all pretty standard. it's going to need some backup if it's going to go take Saipan, which I plan to do after we have destroyed everything in it. And then we're going to start focusing our efforts on Okinawa so that that transport can take it. It's not going to affect an invasion of mainland Japan independently, but we can take all the other islands. Alright, let's jump over next turn. That's Turkish. That is their one actual warship, I think. You should attack those tanks. They have pretty poor defense. Well, your attack sucks too. It's something. You might be able to kill some tanks. What you don't do is march into newly acquired Russian territory and stand on a mountain. Ancient Brazil. Yeah. Brazil's actually been a good trading partner. Hello. I'm not still at war with Spain, am I? I don't think I am. Also, I'm not going to have super long before we go to war with Brazil. I'm choking the isthmus right now, so America can't get through, but those ships are going to enter Brazilian territory, and then we're going to war. If they go through and take Brazil, it's whatever. I don't know why they went to war with Brazil in the first place, but they have more than enough power to curb stomp those suckers. I just don't know why. Maybe they had a sub moving around down there and a Persian ship ran over the top of it, but generally, neutral power ships don't move unless they go to war with someone. America could have run over one of theirs. That's possible. It did say America declared war. Brazil was not the one to declare war. And why are these subs just sitting around Panama instead of being over in the Pacific or the Atlantic where they can be useful? And there are a lot of them. Oh, America's invading. I'm assuming that's America. That's the only one that really makes sense. I don't know what he was defending against, but it was reasonably strong. French just being a general nuisance to our enemies. Hello. It'll hit a Spitfire, hopefully. Oh. Okay, so they're all coming out. Well, never mind then. I guess we're not going to, not going to really be bombing Saipan with our guys that we just stationed. We're going to be a little busy. Russia can directly attack Trabzon. Their men are going to be gutless because of how low their attack is. Their tanks are going to be mainly what they're attacking with, which makes sense. Yeah, you keep killing Turkish infantry, they're not going to be able to keep up. Not with the amount they're losing. If you don't take a city or put someone on that tank, Turks will kill them next turn. With what little they have. Yeah, this will be over quickly once the Russians actually do get all these tanks into action. They can take Ankara pretty fast because they can land on a space and attack it in one turn. Once they take that, I think it gives them enough cultural ability to hit the other cities above and below it. They can already get at that one. They just have to kill its defenders, which, once that many tanks are moving, they will. Then it'll just be Istanbul. And that'll take them a little bit of time, but it won't matter, because the Turks won't be able to fight back. Good job. Continuing to be a general nuisance. Man, that is so many tanks. It is going to be interesting if I can preserve a peace with Russia until I've defeated most all the Axis powers. And then I give everyone back their cities, and then we all, with like rites of passages and whatnot, go to war with Russia. I'm curious to see if they will all actually contribute to that war effort. I don't know about America, because they're so far away. Although I could give them some cities. I could give them a couple of cities within this continent. Either Europe or Asia. Maybe a couple German ones or a couple of Chinese ones. And from there, they could actually stage some stuff. That'd be interesting. I might do that. I hadn't considered it before, but they've got a lot of planes, and if they have one place to use them from, then they can actually cause some damage, especially if it's near a front line. I could give them parts of, like, not actually Germany, but Germany's minor allies. My goodness. Because there's some cities down there, and they could use some of those. Yeah, when you're fighting Russia, the only real threats that you need to focus on are the tanks. If you kill all the tanks, and you have reasonably strong infantry, the rest of their infantry will not harm you. Or at least they probably won't. They'll destroy roads, they'll get in the way of stuff, they'll attack workers and weaker infantry, but the tanks are what they use to do all of their actual attacking. Okay, does that get us a better Spitfire? It does. Yeah, might as well get that. We can use convoys. Awesome. We also have Halifaxes, but I don't really plan to use those. 1310, that is better than the current Messerschmitts, I think. Well, I guess it depends. It's one higher attack, one lower defense. So if we bomb and they intercept, they still have the advantage, but by significantly less. Okay, you can actually stop building those. I have quite a few, and hopefully we'll get convoys before too long. You start building more flak. I can use some more. Matildas will never have enough. I could build flak over here, or artillery, and then just have a transport that ferries them between. And I might do that at some point. It would be kind of annoying, but it would get those productions taken care of. Oh, dang it, I didn't move the transports. Or maybe it's just the one transport that needs to be moved, but I didn't move it regardless. could put in a coastal fortress, but the first time it gets bombarded, coastal fortress is gone. Okay, now start building more British militia. Oh no, I did move that transport. This one doesn't have enough guys to move yet. No, it does. I just forgot about it. I'm going to do that now. More Anzacs on the way. Those dudes are awesome. Okay, that should put Guam at 5. Oh, that's truck. Yes. Okay, so we're good on that. Okay, 3 of them are stacked there. One's a... Oh, those are all elites. These things have been fighting. Okay, well, my entire air force is here. So I can damage a couple of them. I can certainly kill that one. And there's another one. We'll focus most of our efforts on these 2. Actually, that one's probably under fighter cover. I'll avoid it for the moment. Alright. I doubt we're going to be able to sink any of these 3. Given that they're in a stack, it's just not very feasible. But, if they bombard us next turn before running, that'll take 2 movement off of them. So they'll go 1, 2, 3, so they get to there, which is within range of our Blackburns. So if we hurt them really bad, we might be able to kill them before they can escape. Depends on how much damage we can dish out, but using my entire air force, I think it's going to be pretty significant. But I do not believe we have a high chance of killing any of them. You do get a couple extra hit points out of the Spitfires, so they're not nothing. I still have this swordfish. That thing has seen some action in its day, and it's still a regular. forgot, I did not have all of my Blackburns here. A handful of them are still at Amoy. Quite a few of them did move up here, though. Okay, so that was my whole Air Force over there, pretty much the whole thing. Predictably, they did not destroy the 3. But they're hurt pretty bad. If they do not stop to bombard, then they're going to make it back to Okinawa. And I might try to pierce the fighter cover and hit them anyway, but all I'll be hitting them with is Lancasters. As limited as my numbers are on those. If America can take Saipan, I'm good. I'd rather not have to sail all the way back out here to take this stupid thing. It's not like it's a valuable city, it's just taking something away from Japan. But I don't see them doing that without some real hefty support, because they can't bomb or bombard through the Yamatos. If I can take them out, and, frankly, kill whatever is garrisoned there, I think America should be able to handle what's left. Then I just have to keep their Yamatos from coming back. Upgrade. Do we have a Blenheim over here? Good. I want to see what we're doing. I assume he's moved some more Messerschmitts in. Yes. We'll take them out too. Anything I attack the city with, I will need to do so undercover. Because he's going to have 88s ready to bomb any transport that moves. And I do not want to lose my whole fleet of transports. Now, if I do have ships out and he targets them, that gives us a whole free turn without him bombing my new fighters. And I may leave those ships out so that he will continue trying to bomb them. Yeah, we need to take out the barracks that's in here too. Or if I kill everything else and just take the barracks, that'd be good, but I don't see that happening. He's only got so many fighters, though. And if I don't invade, but I wipe out his whole air force for like the next many, many turns, I would not have an issue with that. His fighters are the biggest roadblock that I experience at this time. This place also has an import, which means once I take it... Oh, well, there goes a factory. After I take it, I can use the import. I'm gonna have to be really, really careful bombing Cologne, I believe it is. Because that's where the Ruhr industry is, it could be in that. And I want to keep the Ruhr industry alive. It should be labeled as a wonder. I don't even know what it does, but I think it's like a massive production boost or something. It's important, whatever it is, and it cannot be rebuilt. But it's not flagged as a wonder, it's flagged as a city improvement, so I can destroy it. I'd rather not. Yeah, I can take all of my wounded fighters and upgrade them. And then once the new ones get up in the air, I can take all the old ones and upgrade them too. Alright, that's all his fighters at the moment. You know, we've taken out a handful of buildings. None of them have been a barracks, which is generally the first one you hit, because it's a military building. So I think they probably don't have a barracks in there. 3 more turns. There we go. It's been too long. I need to reset Plymouth as well. That Bismarck interrupted where it could work. So 8 by 6, so I can transport 48 guys. That is everyone in here, plus a couple. So I can get pretty much my entire invasion force over already. Once I have C2 1941, I'm going to build a couple of convoys, and that will be enough for any purpose. Like 2 convoys, 2 or 3 maybe, will be enough for basically all invasion purposes in any given location. Given their hit points, too, they're very difficult to sink. And they're slightly faster. So it's probably going to be a couple turns before we can continue moving on Japan. It'll give us time to get that road through the hills done. And it'll also give us time to knock out his Yamatos, because he's throwing them all at us now. And we need to take whatever opportunity we can to sink those things, because they're going to continue to be a hassle for as long as they're around. And he's got a lot of them. India's big. That's what I'm learning from all of this, is India's freaking huge. Oh, that's right. You do not have an import. Okay. Once I start getting more Spitfire Mark 9 or Mark 5s, I'll start shipping them back. Well, actually, no, I'm going to take a couple. I have a lot in here. I'm going to take 3 of you. You're going to go here. Same bombard. I don't know if they will bombard again. I doubt it. At this point, they're so damaged, they'll probably just run away. Which means they will make it to Okinawa. I think I have enough Lancasters, if I really want to. I can get them in there. And since that one will probably be within range, I can just use my Blackbirds on it, fire my Lancasters at all the others. We can sink them all at once. But I am almost certain I'll have to go through some fighters to get that job done. This guy's out of range of artillery, right? Yeah. And no. People still aren't healed in there. Shouldn't need flak here. Or a Matilda. If he wants to send his Yamatos all the way down here to get the few people that I have, I actually welcome that. I can get them all at once. I can move out my Valentines. Matilda can stay there. So once you finish that, you just have an airport, and then that thing can start building other stuff. That's only infantry in there now. Everything else has been wiped out. I think he's got special fortresses in both of those locations. This is not a lot to work with. Right. Can't have subs sneaking by. Okay. Next turn, I think we can expect the Type 7 to be here, and probably another Type 9 to be up here. I have the carriers. I don't know that I'll ever use them. I might be able to use them to help support an invasion up here. Then again, I plan to go through Finland to get to the Swedish cities and take them back. I'll just take them in the first place. Man, is there no fortress here normally? I wonder if there's one there. There could have been a fortress and they just destroyed it. But I haven't seen them attacking it, and I'm pretty sure it would have cost them a lot more to actually take one out. Not sure. Alright, well I think that's all for this turn. Yeah, I think I'll make this a shorter episode. I got other things to do. So I'll just do the turnover. It's going to take a while anyway, because between the American subs and the Russian tanks, there's going to be a lot of movement. They take that city back, that'd be hilarious. I don't know that they have what it takes. Some of these Russian units are, like those right there, they have a decent enough defense. They'll take out weaker units. If they were under attack from an actual, even a light tank, they'd probably take it. But infantry, it's a motorized unit, it's just gonna kill it. Oh. Now you have no chance. That's too many hit points. So all of those guys are gonna die. Yeah, Brazil facilitates a lot of our money. I should get ready for a hellstorm. The moment those subs step in, it's going to take a while because of how slow they are, but the moment they reach Brazil, troops are going to start knocking on Georgetown's door. And unless, well, this won't connect us up because there's no road away from Panama City. So, yeah, we're going to be in a tough spot. I'm just gonna buy whatever time I can. Where are you guys going? Are they getting in transports up in Alaska and then launching at the Japanese? Better be. I have seen the AI occasionally has this weird habit of sending its people up into northern Canada and sometimes even to Greenland and then just disbanding them. They just go up there and they vanish. And I don't know why. It's a really weird thing. Oh, America's coming through to put more roads down for me. That's nice. Ah, here we go again. France's ships are moving. we go to war with Brazil, though, France might send their ships to Brazil. All their destroyers and whatnot. Maybe I wouldn't have to deal with them sailing around everywhere again. Oh, man. That guy really... Oh, that's bad. They managed to breach my interceptors. Ah! Gotta kill that. Okay, and away they run. That guy's gonna get sunk, because he can't get away from me. Huh, those things. Those planes are so bad. Do they not look like model airplanes? Like a styrofoam model airplane? I think somehow, though, they have the capability to kill. They have like a 1 rate of fire and a 2 bombard, but they can kill. They're terrible, in every sense of the word. Those are not very good planes, but they can at least hit you. I think those ones are a little better. I'm never sure, though. I haven't actually played Soviet Russia. And all of their planes that they have for most of the game, at least, are so bad. It's hard to put them in an order of which ones are worse and better. But you see they're dealing actual damage to special fortresses. Saw a German transport. I did see that they built one a little while ago. Are you kidding me? I mean, good, I don't want them moving faster, but why in the world would they send their tanks down at that one wounded infantry? Who cares? Man, the computer's real stupid sometimes. That city is not worth this much trouble, especially when you can take it easier. There you go. That is what you should be doing. Especially now that he has infantry holding that mountain. It's going to be much harder to take them. Now, he hasn't moved that tire stack, he moved a handful of tanks, but he's still got like 2 or 3 dozen in there, which means he's got enough. They're going to take that city. If he keeps using them for it. Fortunately, Turkey has been mass-producing infantry since the start of the game, because it's all they can do. So they'll cost him a bit. Every tank that they take out is one less I have to deal with. And it looks like he hasn't reached T-34 and KV-1 technology yet. I think those tanks have a 16 attack. And in Ankara, it's basically, I think it's a doubled. It's either 100 or 150% defensive bonus between the population and the hills. Which means those infantry are fighting at a 16 or 17, something like that, defense. And they're fortified, yeah, so they are higher. So they're probably at 17 or 18. Which gives them a slight advantage. Frankly, I think the Russians should be doing better than this. They have so many hit points. Wow. I would be so mad. I wouldn't care in the long run. If you're Russia, these tanks are very expendable. Everything's expendable. That's the nature of Russia. But still, that should have entirely been that tank win. Oh, they also have a radar tower. Yeah, that gives them an even higher advantage, too. So their defense is up around 20-something. I think, probably. It's hard to calculate, because I don't know if it's all the bonuses and everything are based only off of the initial defense. or if they compound. I guess in the long run, multiplicative should be, doesn't matter what order you do it. But I think it's, you multiply each of the different bonuses individually off of the base defense, and then add them all together. You don't just add all the multiplications. So that would get you a slightly different result. Actually, it would get you a significantly different result, depending on circumstances. The scary part is, it didn't even take them that long to get down here from Sweden. Which means they probably have a ton of men like this in both areas, both in the north and here. Because they also have to go through Persia, which takes forever. Alright, now they own the Persian capital, which means they can start taking the other cities. Or not Persian capital, Turkish capital. And I can't actually see up there, but they're throwing themselves at it. There it goes. Now he's going to take Adana, probably. Oh, he's going to take that out so he can more effectively take the other city. He's probably going to station his guys on that mountain. That's where he's going to move a bunch of tanks so that next turn they can take it. Or not. If he clears that spot, then he can just attack the city straight up. Which I would do. I would have bombed those guys. Because bombing men who are not in the city is way more effective than bombing ones who are hiding in the city. Yeah, I think he'll take everything but Istanbul this turn. He just has so many tanks. And then it'll take him a handful of turns, and then he'll have Istanbul too. His fleet will help him bombard it too, for whatever benefit that gets you. Why would one guy go rolling out there? I guess there could be workers he's going after. Now that city should not be as difficult to take. I don't know if it's on a hill or not, but it doesn't even have a 12 population. So its defensive bonus will be significantly less than the capital. But I think it might be on a hill, and if that's the case, that does make it harder to take. That's a special fortress. That one's going to be harder. He's not fortified, which is a point against him. Oh, that's where they were going. There must be a road on that hill. They were attacking that radar tower for some reason. When I took Persia as Germany, or not, I keep saying Persia, when I took Turkey from Russia as Germany, I did put a road through that line of hills there, so I could more effectively move. Alright, now his tanks are going to roll at the other one down there. They're going to take Adana this turn, too. Unless he's almost out, but I don't think he is. And I don't think most of his men are going to be able to actually attack Istanbul this turn. They can just get near it. Yeah, as Germany, I had some men in the city that's right on the other side of Istanbul. And I had a pile of 87Bs and a couple of weak infantry and like a motorized infantry. My plan was, if I saw the Russians were getting real close to taking out Turkey, they destroyed the fortresses, but had not killed all the defenders, and failed to take it in that turn, I would move in and take it, to seal their fleet in. But they took the whole thing in one turn, because they just had so many men. Fortunately, because they weren't at war with anyone at that point, their fleet just stayed there around Sevastopol, which meant when I went to war, I took Istanbul immediately and resealed them. Those things are not designed for attacking. It must be attacking weaker, like, very heavily injured units. See, the issue the Turks face is if their fortresses were not on unroaded mountains, the Russians probably would attack them. But they don't even have the choice, because it's an unroaded mountain, so the tank can't go on that, which means it can't attack the fortresses. Otherwise, it would take them way longer to steamroll through like this. Okay, so yeah, now his men are going to start heading over towards Istanbul. Russia has basically seized all of Turkey. Turkey will probably hold out for a couple more turns. Those infantry there might kill that wounded tank, but they're pretty much done. And I don't see the Russians bothering with those fortresses. There are 4 or 5 of them in Istanbul, so it'll take some doing to actually deal with them. But it's just so many tanks. Even weak tanks, it's way too many. Because of how dumb the computer is about how it fortifies things, Istanbul doesn't have fortified fortresses. They're just chilling there. I probably don't have to keep observing them now. I really don't want to, because I don't have to watch all this every time. I was just curious to see how their progress is going to go. Those infantry might attack and kill that communist infantry, the wounded one. Unless he hasn't moved yet, and then he's going to jump into a mountain. Okay. Oh. Turkey might take that back. Yeah, well, that went about as well as I thought it was going to for them. Of course pollution strikes. The moment I take the guy who's supposed to be there and move him somewhere else, pollution strikes immediately. Pretty close to getting them in one turn. Okay, there was something... I guess I can do this now. I planned to do something, but I don't remember what it was. I do want to see. Oh, it's 14. That is lower than I thought it was. Okay, yeah. So it makes sense then how those infantry held out so effectively. Regardless, Turkey's basically out of the game now. I got one more turn and then I'm done. These are... So those are just infantry. I'm really hoping these workers are here to actually put in a road that extends back. Don't want to have to send men all the way down to fix that stupid problem. I am curious. Just gonna see what happens here. No fighter cover. Okay. That greatly simplifies this process. And before I forget, just in case, next episode, now I know that that transport's there so we can deal with that. If I look at Germany, they built 2 new Bismarcks, they have a transport, it's probably going to meet up with said Bismarcks. Got a couple subs moving around, 67 of those stupid Messerschmitts. I'll keep them coming, I'll destroy them all if I have to. They got 40 minefields, that's so many more than I thought they did. They can really lock people up. And most of their ground power, it looks like, comes from these motorized infantry, and I think their standard German infantry. Yeah, they got 100 of those. That's where most of their guys are. These are their army HQs, which are gnarly artillery. They'd have to actually use them for that, though. Alright, well, that is going to do it for this one, then. I'm going to need to put more fighters in here, because we need to actually keep this place locked down. It's going to take him a while, like a lot of planes, to actually get through the defenses, but by the time he does, we'll be in trouble, so I need to get those up and running. This is what happens whenever you get a new upgrade, though. The Spitfires, let me see, upgrade to Mark 13, so that's even better. Or not Mark 13, Mark 9. But that's all the way in air, 1942, which I can get immediately if I wanted to. And that gets us Lion classes. You know, can I get Comets? These aren't Comets, these are Cromwells, aren't they? That's a Sherman. What am I seeing here? Oh, it's just mobile artillery? That isn't bad. That's pretty good. That's the Comet. That's the the Crusaders, not the Cromwells. Cromwells are down here. 2217, 2114. Cromwells are an upgrade. I wouldn't even worry about Crusaders. I would only get this for the Lion class. And for the other things that I would have to. We're going to keep doing this for now. I don't think there's any reason to ever get that, because it's useless. Same thing with most of these. I guess, for me at least. For other people, yeah, you get a Mustang out of here, that's worth it. Trust me on that one. Oh, and the B-29s. Those are terrifying. Operational range of 30, bombard of 80, a defense of 12 means they basically can't get shot down, a 6 rate of fire, and they are lethal. Those are the super bombers. For anyone who doesn't know, the most terrifying plane in World War II. Yeah, they were pretty much unstoppable. Yeah, that's still quite a ways off. But I might do that afterwards. This can get me Fireflies. That's a new type of plane, or new type of fighter, I'm assuming. But I don't think I really need it. So I think once I get this, I'm just going to put it on that, and let them get them however they want. I might get that first, actually. Alright, well, that's enough stalling. That's it for this one, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.